Do you want to own a real estate business, or you're interested in what the heck is it to have a real estate business that does 10,000 a month, 50,000 a month, or even 100,000 plus a month? So I've been there, and in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the mistakes and what you would be focusing on each step of the way so that you could really just crush it and avoid some stupid things, avoid the pain, and get there quicker. Again, my name is Raul Bluff, and I help people start, get that first deal, or scale up and do many deals online, all off market. Now, what the heck does it mean to have a real estate business? What is it like? What is it like to own a real estate company? And so in this video, I'm going to debunk some of the things that you might see on Instagram or YouTube that look very glamorous. I'm going to tell you the truth because I've been there. Now, when I was working at my father's car dealership, I was 16 years old when I started, and that was my destiny. I was going to run and own this car business that was doing very well, okay? And as I started with the washing cars, then I started being a runner, and then the next step was selling cars. And when I got to sales, I learned a lot. I really got out of my shell. I was a very shy kid back in the day. So I started selling cars at 18 to 20 years old, basically, 20, 21. I liked the fact that I was selling, but I hated the car dealer world. Now, nothing against people in the car business. I think it's a great business, but it wasn't for me. But I did realize one thing when I was working there. When I was selling cars, I noticed something. Some of the people that were coming in to buy nicer cars, or some of the people that I would see would come into the deal like 2 or 3 p.m. very relaxed, or we're going out of town a lot, or having lunch at 3 p.m. and for hours. Like, when I started getting to know these people and talking to them because I was in the car business, was they all owned real estate, or they all had real estate businesses, or they owned big investments or something in the real estate game. So there's when the light bulb clicked, and I said, the light bulb shined, okay? And I said, all right, I think I gotta get into the real estate game. I don't like this car business, but now I know I can sell a little bit, I can talk to people, I have a little bit more confidence in myself. Let's try this. So I took a very harsh decision, and I let go of the family business that was gonna make me a lot of money, and I went to do this on my own, the real estate game with zero. And I've been fortunate enough now to help many people achieve their goals in real estate, buy many properties, achieve some of my teammates do the same. And now we do well over 6 figures every single month, really buying and flipping real estate. So I want to get into, if you want to start a real estate business, or you're in the real estate business, or maybe you're just curious and you want to get in it, what are each of the steps, and what are the things you're going to have to focus on, and what are the skills you're going to have to acquire along the way. Now, so I'm going to break this down into 3 levels. First level is $10,000 a month in real estate income. Now, this could be being a listing agent, being a buyer's agent, being a real estate wholesaler, which is what we are, being a home flipper, being a, renting apartments or renting homes, kind of in the real estate game in a broad circle, but this is more for like the marketing and sales type of aspect. So listing agents, wholesalers, listing agents and wholesalers will be kind of like where this will play out the best. So what is it like to own a real estate company that's doing $10,000 a month? Now, that is most likely just one person. That is you doing everything, okay? That is you talking to the sellers, talking to the buyers, sending emails. That is you hustling in the car, driving on the phones, maybe doing cold calls, doing warm calls. That is you hustling, figuring it out. Returning calls, returning texts late at night, that kind of thing. That is what $10,000 a month is like. It is working about 45 to 60 hours a week on average. It is taking a lot of BS from people and talking to a lot of people, okay? That is step 1, that is $10,000 a month. But if that's what you aspire to do, the good news is that it's actually very accomplishable. It's not hard to do $10,000 a month in a lucrative industry like real estate. However, just because it's not hard doesn't mean that it's like a very simple thing to do, okay? It requires work, it requires time. As I mentioned, $10,000 a month, those are the types of things. The one word I have for the $10,000 a month real estate business is skills. At that point is where you need to be educating yourself the most to get your skills higher so you can get to the next level, okay? The next level is $50,000 a month. Now, $50,000 a month, now it could be just you, but mainly what I've seen is it's you plus about one other person, you plus an assistant, okay? Or a junior acquisitions agent or a junior agent, either selling or buying deals for you or making offers for you, things like that. So it's you plus one other person. So now, not only are you talking to a bunch of people, hustling and making offers, but now you have to manage one person. Now you have somebody else on your mind. You have to give them tasks. You have to hold them accountable for things. So now what's happening in this stage of the game is people. It's people. That's the word for the stage. It's people. It's number one, holding yourself accountable and holding this other person accountable for the results you want. People, okay? So at the $50,000 a month, that's when things start getting a little bit more fun. You see some more money rolling in. It's really cool. You got more deals coming, more opportunities coming your way. Clients actually want to talk to you. You don't have to be taking shit from other people so much because you're actually making a little bit of money. So you don't, if you have a shitty client, you're like, okay, I don't really want to work with you right now. I still have my good income coming in. You can be a little bit more selective in this game, and that's when it becomes a little bit more fun. But the word for that is people. All right, number 3 is the $100,000 a month real estate business. Now, in this game, it might seem like, okay, $100,000 a month, that is crazy. Like I could just retire in the beach and like, I don't even spend that much money. What the heck? Like, I don't know why you guys keep working when you're making $100,000 a month. So newsflash, the good, the bad, the ugly. I promised you I was gonna share with you the real thing. A business that makes $100,000 a month gross, okay, so before expenses, does not net it. Meaning, if a business does $100,000 a month, they have expenses. They have marketing expenses. They have operating expenses. They have people expenses, salaries. They have commissions to pay. They have office expense or random other things, okay? So, although yes, you could make some good coin with the $100,000 a month real estate business, it is not the end all because it just is what it is, right? There's expenses in that. But in this frame, the word I have for you here is scale. So when you're at $100,000 a month, although theoretically you could do it by yourself, one person, or one person plus an assistant, it's not very common that that's the way people get to 6 figures a month. The way people get to 6 figures a month is probably a 3-person team. In real estate, there's some systems in place, meaning you have a CRM, online system, something a little bit more fancy than Google Sheets. You have some manuals for people, and you have like a hiring process. You're always probably looking for people. Maybe you have different agents. You're spending a little bit more on marketing. So system and putting things together in scale, okay? So that you can almost like box this 100K a month business, break it up into different components, and then manage the components, okay? So I'll probably make a video going deeper into how exactly we do it. However, just to tell you what it's like, it's fun because now you have to put up with less shit, with less people. I don't have to be on the phone all the time. I don't really talk to sellers anymore. I don't really talk to many buyers anymore. I do it, if I do it's because I want to or for training purposes. I don't have to answer my phone late at night if I don't want to. I get a little bit of freedom, but it is a grind. The stress can go up. Your expenses are high, depending on what kind of business you run, but they're higher than when they were at 10,000 a month. So it's not all fun and glamorous. It's what I love to do, and it's probably what you would love to do if you're watching this video. You probably maybe aspire to get there. I will tell you, it beats being at 10,000 a month, okay? The 50 to 100, it depends on the person. Some people are happy with 50,000 a month. They keep a big chunk of that, and they make very good money every year. At 100,000 a month, you could probably be giving up more of the chunk, but you're probably making more money, and there's a lot more headaches. So you have to really like business. You have to like the management of people. You have to like accountability. You have to like sales and marketing. You have to like the whole thing to be able to run and operate a $100,000 a month business or more and be happy and fulfilled at the same time. Now, a question that I got when it came to this was, what are the biggest challenges that we faced? What are the biggest challenges I have faced? And that was a good question. When I started thinking about it, I was like, what is the biggest challenges I faced? And I broke it down to 3 things, okay? Been in business almost a decade. I don't know it all by any means. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to give you any financial advice, but I make this channel to hopefully make you become a better real estate investor, help you buy more houses, and hopefully do some deals together if you find these videos valuable. Now, the first one that I come to think of is the first challenge I've had in my career is structuring incentive packages with people. What do I mean? When I go to hire an employee, an acquisitions person, a salesperson, a marketing person, a manager, a leader, an admin, an assistant. In my beginning, in my youth, which I'm still in my youth, but in my early youth, when I was 21, 22, I was hiring people and I was paying my incentives that I was offering, the pay plan I was offering to people didn't go in line with what my goals were for the business. And I wasn't really listening to people. I wasn't really listening to my salesperson when they told me I want to make $10,000 a month, but then I gave them a plan, an incentive plan or a pay plan that they'd only make $5,000 a month. So I was very young and I still make a lot of these mistakes. It's still probably one of my biggest things. But structuring the right incentives for people, and the best way that I've overcome it now is just listening to people or learning from different companies, bigger sales businesses that have their incentive plan. I ask to see it. Hey, can I see your incentive plan? I see it. And I say, hey, how can this work in my business? And then I sit there, I do some math, I put some spreadsheets together. And Warren Buffett said, or is it Charlie Munger that said, show me your incentives and I'll share with you how people behave and I can predict your future. So basically incentives are really important and I've never been good at that. I'm on the way to getting better. Another big challenge I faced is getting the right people. And this is one of these things that I think every business owner, maybe there's some people that haven't figured out, but a lot of business owners I talk to, a lot of my friends, they struggle with this as well. It's not an easy one. People have different motives. People do things for reasons that you cannot understand or I cannot understand. And that's okay. We're not here to understand every behavior of every human. However, getting humans in your business to scale it is really, really key. Getting people that care as much as you do, or care even remotely as much as you do, or people that can be held accountable, or people that can take criticism or constructive criticism is not easy. And it has to fit what you believe in, your culture, your principles. Find somebody that meshes, clicks, and pay them correctly, set up an incentive plan correctly so that they could stick around. All that has been challenging, right? Right now our team is 15 people. I have a COO and a sales manager now that I think are great, and they help with so much. I can't really take much of the credit of our growth lately, but it's taken years and years and years to learn what are the type of people that work or don't work for us, okay? The last one is money management for business decisions. This is a big challenge. When we would see 50,000 come in, 100,000 come in all at once because of deals we've done, I didn't really know how to manage it correctly. I didn't know, okay, when we get 100,000, this much should go to taxes, this much should go to investments, this much goes to marketing, we leave this much for reserves. I didn't really have that. I was in a hustle grind mentality for a long time, that if 100 grand would come in, I would just want to invest it all or spend it all in marketing or hire people with it or get a bigger office. I don't know why. I think it was just a hunger, a lack of experience, something. I just didn't know what I didn't know, okay? And I thought that the more you spend, the more we would earn, and all these things that are not true. So a book that really helped me get better at this is called Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. I'd highly, highly recommend that book. That is probably the biggest thing that now we meet twice a month on money management, me and my COO. We have a bookkeeper that we pay good money to that every month is a P&L. I do quarterly calls with my CPA every month to make sure we're on track for taxes. So through a lot of pain and a lot of money lost, that was a big lesson. That was a huge challenge that I faced. So for those of you starting, what advice can I give you in order to get to the 10K, 50K, and 100K, or just have a good real estate business that means something to you? That could be $7,000 a month. That could be $700,000 a month. Doesn't really matter. But if you're just getting started, what advice can I give you? I'd break it down to two things: learn and execute. That's it. when you learn a piece of information from a podcast or a YouTube video or a book or a mentor or coach or an online course or whatever, stop learning for that moment, right? Watch one video, listen to one podcast, write down things you can execute, and then go execute. If I tell you, if you want to buy one house this week, I say, okay, you have to make 50 offers, 50 offers. That might be a lot, but I'm just throwing out some numbers here. If you make 50 offers, you'll buy one house. Go and execute, go and make the 50 offers. Stop learning about other ways, just go and do it, okay? That is the advice I'd give. Another piece of advice is, if you can or if you want to, have mentors and coaches that can help you with your decisions. If I listened to mentors or had better mentors and coaches through my money management issues back then, or my hiring issues or my people issues, I would have achieved great success a lot faster. The last thing I'd say is stay in your lane. When you're starting, stay in your lane. If you say, okay, I want to do wholesaling, I want to wholesale real estate, stay in your lane. Get off social media, get off YouTube, get off Instagram, get off Twitter, TikTok. If you decide it's wholesale real estate, I want to make 50 grand a month wholesaling real estate, stay in your lane and do it, and do it, and do it. Figure it out. Figure it out. Listen to people, listen to podcasts, go on YouTube videos, go to meetups, whatever. But don't stop until you get to your goal. Because I see a lot of people that they want to really do this thing and go to 10, 50, 100,000 a month, but then after a little bit, they go and start trying to do their first fix and flip, or try and buy a rental, or do this and do that. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Or maybe start trading crypto on the side with the assignment fees they're making. Yeah, that's cool, but if you really want to achieve the goal, stay in your lane, okay? I've made this mistake before, so, Why is it important to have a training or course or mentor? So I might get a lot of people upset about this, but it's really not that important. You don't have to have a mentor or a coach to get started. You don't have to. You don't need one. But I will tell you this, and Warren Buffett says, it's important to learn from mistakes of others as much as you can. There's no law in this world that says that you have to learn from your mistakes. And I'm sure your parents probably told you, or your grandparents, or your teachers probably told you, like, you only learn, the best way to learn is from making mistakes. But there's no law in this life that it has to be your mistake. It could be my mistake. It could be your neighbor's mistake. It could be someone from a book's mistake, a podcast mistake, okay? The only laws that we abide to are the laws of physics. So don't believe that garbage, that it has to be your mistake. That is the one thing that mentors and coaches do offer that going on your own doesn't. Yeah, if you read a lot and listen to a lot of podcasts, you could probably, reach the same. But you don't really need a mentor. You don't need a coach. I wouldn't let that stop you from getting started. Now, the only thing that's different is if you're okay with spending more time figuring out the business, figuring out how to make that money you want to make in the business, if you're okay, if you have a very clear plan and a proven plan to get to the goal you want to get to in this real estate business, then you don't need a mentor. And if you don't like taking criticism, then you don't need a mentor. So really you don't need one, but if those three resonate with you, or you don't want to wait that time, or if you don't want to, or if you don't have a proven path and you're okay taking criticism, then look into finding somebody. Doesn't mean you gotta pay for them, but find somebody to help you. Oftentimes paying is the fastest, easiest way. I understand money can be tight. So guys, that's what it's like to have a real estate business. There's a lot of mistakes, a lot of challenges we faced for us. But if you want to keep following my journey, you can also follow me on Instagram on Raul Belufe. I put stuff about my team. I put live sales calls with our team in the office and things like that. It's pretty cool, boiler room type of style. We're a little bit more laid back than that, but I appreciate that. If there's anyone that's starting a business, starting a real estate business, or getting into wholesaling, getting into becoming a listing agent, and thinks that they get value from this video, please share it with them. That would really benefit us greatly. I'd appreciate that. I make these videos for free. So the only thing I ask is that if you like and comment and subscribe if you think this video is valuable for you. And thank you very much. I will see you in the next video.